Today we're going to go through my coloring styles. I have highlights here, bronzers, blushes, and then face palettes over here. So for highlights, I only want to keep one of this. This is from 3CE. It's the shimmer stick. So it's like a cream highlight. And it's a nice champagne color, but I just don't like to use cream highlights. So I'm just going to pass this along. Okay, then the next one I have is from Freedom. It's the Pro Highlight in the shade Brighten, and I just got this not long ago. It's beautiful. It's like, you can see it over here. I'll swatch it here. It's more like a subtle highlight, but you can definitely build it up. So I'll keep the powder instead. Okay, moving on to bronzers, I have this, which is a Korean brand, Too Cool for School, and this is their Art Class by Rodin. It comes with like 3 shades, and I love to use the middle shade for contouring my nose because it's not too warm. It's actually very subtle. I don't really like to use it to bronze out my face. I think you can hardly see it here because it's more cool tone, and this is actually good for filling in my eyebrows, hair, or I can go really heavy on this and it can still be a bronzer for me. So I'll keep this. This one from Rimmel is the natural bronzer, and I have it in 022 Sun Bronze. And I used to love this, but I just really hate the packaging. You see, I've already used it a ton, and I really like the formula. I do like the color too. It's very good shade for warming up the cheeks, warming up the face. But because of the packaging, I just cannot deal with it. So I'm just going to chuck this. Moving on to my blushes over here, I have this from Essence. It's their Silky Touch blush, and it's in the shade I can't tell, everything is gone. But I love this. I love the formula. It stays on for a long time. And as you can tell, it's the same as the bronzer over here. The packaging is just gone. And this one, I would like to get the same formula, this blush, but like a different shade, maybe a more not so neon shade, but I really like the formula. But I'm just gonna toss it because of the packaging. I just got this from Tarte. It's the birthday gift from Sephora, and it's a sample size. It's in the shade Party. It's the Amazonian Clay 12-hour blush, and I love this shade. It's very subtle, but you definitely can build it up. And it's just different from the rest that I have because it's of a darker shade. This is the swatch over here. So I'm gonna keep this and try it out. So far, it stays on the cheeks for a pretty long time. I have another one from Freedom Makeup, and this is the blush in True Loved. I really like the packaging. It's very sleek. It doesn't come with a mirror, but great for traveling. And I do like this shade. I think it's similar to my Fratboy actually. And I haven't played around with this enough. It stays on pretty well. So far, I really like it. So I'm going to keep this and just play around with it more. And then I have this, which is my favorite blush ever. It's from the Balm in Fratboy, and I had this for a while. The packaging is great. It's great to travel with because it's cardboard and it's magnetic, so I never have to worry about breaking it. And I think it's similar to the Freedom shade, but this stays on for the longest time ever. This is the blush that stays on my skin for the longest, so I'm gonna keep this. I really like this, and I want to try out more things from the Balm. Moving on to my palettes, face palettes, I have this from Kate. It's the Slim Create Powder for Cover. Basically, it's like a bronzer and a highlight. And this is the first ever contour kit I ever got. And as you can tell, I really used it up. I love the shades. It's great for contouring, great for beginners. So if you're a beginner, I would recommend you check this one out. But I'm just gonna chuck this. And then I have this from Cathydoll. It's the 3D Face Forward, and I have it in something Sphinx Seduction. Yeah, everything is all faded. I've used this so much. It's really used and abused, and this highlight is great. It blends into the skin well, and I use this to bronze up my face, but you have to use a really light hand with it. But it's a nice warm bronzer, and this one is great for eyeshadow, but I don't use this for face because it's too glittery. But I think I'm just gonna throw it out because once again, it doesn't close. So nah, I'm just gonna throw this. And then I have this from Freedom Makeup too. It's the Pro Blush. You can see all my fingerprints on it. Like, I really use this. It says Pro Blush, but there's actually a highlight in it too. And this is the Pro Blush palette, Bronze and Baked. And it comes with a great mirror. I like to travel with this too. I love this highlight and I love this bronzer. So this is my go-to bronzer now. And other than that, I don't really use the other shades because I only use the other shades as eyeshadows, but I don't use them on my face. This is great. This is great for an eyeshadow. It's so rich. Yeah, but not with the fingers. When you use a brush, it's nicer actually. And then this is my favorite highlight over here, and then my favorite bronzer over here. It's a very nice chocolatey shade that's just not too warm, not too cool, so I really like this a lot. I'm going to keep this, and this is I use some of it for eyeshadow, so when I'm doing my eyeshadow declutter, I need to remember that I have this and hopefully declutter more eyeshadows too. An overview, this is what I'm getting rid of, 5 products, and then I'm keeping this over here, which is 6 products, so I got rid of almost half. I will link my declutter series down below. If you're interested, check out my other declutter videos, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!